How's everybody doing today? DMVSTREAM.com. I'm Tyler Stewart.
I'm Chris Gilmore.
And we're here today to go behind the scenes of Dog Days documentary with Westfield Football, Episode 2. So let's get right into the first clip that we chose. This is, I'm not sure which coach this is. I'm not sure if we got the name.
I believe offensive line, though.
Offensive line.
Yeah.
But just looking at him, he just looks so tired and dehydrated. He just looks frustrated with what everyone is doing on the field. But the kids in the background just make this clip for me. I just love watching. And even coaches, like, getting into the shot, too. It's just funny because, like, it just shows, like, who's watching behind the actual first person in the camera. I love it.
And, well, the thing is, like, with these film TVs that they have now on, like, sidelines for football teams, there's so much accountability that you have to take for plays and stuff.
I mean, the technology has gone.
Yeah, whereas coaches might have seen one player not, like, pulling or making their block. Like, now these coaches can look and see everybody at the same time, rewind it, call you out, like, everything. So it is pretty tough, and you could see, like, why he was frustrated here, but, like, all these kids know now that they need to do their role and play their part in order not to get chewed out and in order to just stay on the field.
And not even just on film, in a room, really, because that's like what, like, when we played high school sports, that's what film was for us. Like, I felt like we went to film, coaches said what they had to say, people were disappointed, people were upset.
But now it's immediate.
But now it's like you get the instant feedback or criticism or whatever you get whatever you should be hearing at the game, and that's like it's crazy how it's moved forward.
You used to have that decompression period between messing up and actual film
and being anxious to go into film.
I can prepare for this, but now it's like you get out from, like, there's a turnover on downs or something, you get on the bench and that coach is right in your face, man.
For real.
And, like, that's how it is, but it's cool to see.
So let's roll on to our next clip. This is one of our favorite clips, or favorite people in this documentary that we've met so far. Chris, go ahead and just introduce our new friend.
Our new friend. So this is James Williams. He's the kicker and punter for Westfield. He's a junior, and he is just an absolute ridiculous. He's one of the funniest, like, goofiest kids, like, I've met, like, in high school, like, at my like from, like, our age. And, like, he's so comfortable with everything, and, like, his interest even in the video. He says he loves videography, he loves editing, production, and, like, that's what we're doing. So it was even funnier because he was just being such a clown at the Hilton scrimmage. And that's when we were like, okay, we need to do a player feature on him. And when we actually got to interviewing him and he, like, asked us what, like, software we were using and everything, it was just funny because he kind of knew what the deal was. And
he already understood. Like, he had already seen episode 1 by the time we recorded him in the interview, correct? Right? Like, he had already said stuff to us about the video, and, like, for me, he's just, like, the definition of a meme of a person.
He's the perfect definition.
It's funny. It's hilarious. It's just great.
It's like
he's just a football.
He's a football
guy.
kick. He's a football kicker, man.
He's
just a different kid, but he's funny.
His thing was, like, the premise of him. He was like, I'm kind of just on the sidelines to, like, kick balls. Like, if I can, like, get a game-winning field goal in any game, like, that's cool, but, like, I'm kind of here to just, like, I mean, I don't think he said, like, just to, like, be funny, but, like, I think he did say that. Like, if we go back and read it, like, I'm pretty sure he said, I'm here to be funny and make my teammates feel good.
Well, yeah, and in episode 2, it's like, he was like, if anybody's uncomfortable on the sidelines, I'll try and cheer them up. Like, he said he wants to make the most out of this because you only have 4 years of high school, and he's playing soccer and football, and he was just like, I want to make sure that I'm having the most fun that I possibly can, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing.
He kicks, he gets in on receiver practice, he says it helps him with punts. Like,
you get the stuff done that you need to.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get our stuff done. Let's go on to the next clip. So this is Isaiah in the weight room, and we're going to go to Nick for a little bit of commentary about Isaiah and his interview process for episode 2.
It was really a good piece interviewing Isaiah. Got to sit down with him and talk to him about 15, 20 minutes. And we really just talked about kind of starting with the heartbreak of last year, what they went through, very tough loss versus a good Freedom team, tough injury. And we talked about his role initially in last year's team. He was kind of a secondary back to Eugene Asante, but he got a lot of the carries in bulk of the games because Eugene was going both ways. So he certainly had a great year last year. Should be one of the more exciting running backs in the DMV area. It'll be interesting to me to see if he plays defense, any defense like Eugene did last year. Eugene ended up being a great linebacker for them.
Did he play any defense last year?
So
Isaiah,
he did explain that
I
he started out playing D-line.
Okay,
so
he played D-line and then.
Yeah. But he said that was in like youth ball and stuff.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So he hasn't played much defense
so not
for Westfield.
not lately.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if he does that, kind of what Eugene did last year. Then it would be interesting to see how his recruiting process goes because he was a great player last year. Should get even more touches. You see that Westfield mold, the Westfield starting tailback. It's a big deal. Like three state championships. You have Evan Royster, Eugene Asante come through there, and now he gets his chance, and he's just really excited to be the lead back. In this backfield, and it'll be interesting to see what his offers are going to be. And it starts right now as low Division I, but hopefully you get bigger and bigger offers like Eugene did last year, going from like Delaware State to where he committed as at UNC.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. What he did want to point out very, very clearly in his interview at the end was how much faith Coach Kyle Simmons has in him, and that's really what you need from such a big program with a star running back. Yeah. And also another thing that I want to point out is just how comfortable he is with Noah. And he was even talking about how they get frustrated sometimes with the lines blocking and how then they realize, oh, it might be their first year playing varsity football. And so what they were trying to get at is like they know the offense, but now it's their job to help everybody else understand and then just move it forward.
To actually get into like a coaching spot.
Yeah.
But like you're still a kid. Like you're still a kid. Like you're like you're just mature, you're older now, like you assume you assume a leadership role in the team to like get the young kids into the game and into the team. It's like,
and he seems like such a class act in the interview, and I would not be surprised if he starts getting some huge offers here towards the end of the year because he's a real talent and a great kid.
For sure. And like you were saying about the head coach Kyle Simmons, we're gonna go to the next clip. This is Kyle kind of just looking out on a punt. I was standing right behind him and kind of just wanted to get his reaction of this. So it was very natural. I didn't really try to move the camera at all once he walked off frame, but you can hear it in the clip. He starts like you can hear him a little bit go like boo, and then it starts going a little bit louder and he's boo. Like it just gets louder and louder, and he just walks off the screen just listening.
He was definitely frustrated.
Yeah, but being in that position, I couldn't tell why he was angry because I was looking forward. Yeah. So I don't know if it was the refs or if it was
so they were punting there, but I don't know. It might have just been the punt, or I don't know.
I'm not quite sure, but it was just I thought it was a great clip.
Somebody was getting booed.
Someone was getting booed. We don't know why, but that's about all we have today. So thank you for having us. Thank you for watching. I'm Tyler.
I'm Chris.
Thank you. Have a good one.
This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry.